Hello everybody, with the Lord El-Melloi's Case Files episode 7. We're over halfway. What? Yeah, whatever. This episode, if you like cameos, man, this episode was, I mean, it's not even cameos, they're important characters to this thing. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we had people from all over the place. We had, like, I know they all exist in every world, technically, but, you know, whatever. We had, like, Fate Go, we had Fate Apocrypha, we had Fate Zero. Oh man, I got to think of a fourth one. Luvia was there. Fate Collide. There we go. Boom. Mash up. Let's crack on with the episode and see what actually happened, because a lot happened. Basically, just kicked off this bit. Let's do it. Let's go through it, man. Let's do it. We open up on that goddamn present. She's never gonna give it to him until the very end. That's my official prediction. Final episode, she's gonna be like, "Here you go, Mr. What's your name? Lord El-Melloi the second. / Wave, have a present." But yeah, it's Graber, Waver, and Cowles. I wrote it down. Cowles. That's how not have his name's pronounced. Apologies. I say it every time. It's hard to figure out how stuff's said when you see it written down. Book learning and all that. They're waiting for the old rail Zeppelin train. Glasses from before is there. Didn't write down her name. She's one of about 2 people whose names 3. There's a lot of people whose names I didn't write down, but I did write down some people's names, so you know I'm good. Glasses is there, and then bloody Olga Marie from Fate Go is there. Remember her? She was in the prologue. Yeah, they're there too, and then they all board the train and everything. It's like crazy scenes going on. There's just people all over the place. On the train, Waver's looking about and he's like, "I know who everybody here is, or half the people here. I recognise their faces." Also, Glasses comes to sit with him. He looks very pleased about that. His faces, man, are like the best thing. They've just got this hint of subtlety to them. There's just like, you can tell he's trying to look happy, but he's not. He's not really. You just, it's really good. It's really good. There's also a dude from the church, and they almost kick off because I guess the church and the clock tower have got some rivalry. I don't know law. Are you kidding me? And also the pink girl there, Yvette from his classes there. She's like, "Yeah, our family does this all the time." And it's like, oh, okay. I thought this train was supposed to be like a secret or something, but whatever. Then the auctioneer shows up and is like, "Hey, we're setting off," and the train sets off and everything. But then later on, the Waver's all like sad because like the person that invited us never showed up. Oh. What are we going to do? Well, wait. Waiting is generally how you solve these problems. Until a problem arises, then you solve that problem, and that leads you to the clue to the first problem. Crazy scenes. Off the train for a bit now. You remember Shishigo? I remember him. He meets with Reiners, and she tells him basically everything. She's like, "Hey, Iskandar's mantle's been stolen, and Wave of Velvet's on the train." And she goes like, "Okay, well I can't board the train to go help him. I can do a lot of things. I got a shotgun, but I can't board a train while it's in motion and it's like a magic train. Can't be doing none of that." And she's like, No, that's fine. We just need you to figure out who the perpetrator is. I can't trust anyone on the inside of our department because I suspect them most of all." And I'm like, aha, so it's an inside job. And then she's like, "Have an assistant," and it's Luvia. And I'm like, man, they're just busting all the characters together. All of them. This series has made me realise that even without the servants, like Fate still has an abnormally large cast of characters. It's like, you know, if you wrote them all down, I wonder how many there'd be. There's got to be way more than 100, right? Definitely if you include the servants, but even without, I reckon there's a very high number of just characters that have like more than one appearance. Ah, that sounds like a game I would not want to play. So let's not do that, and let's keep moving along. It's the next morning and Graber's all sad because Waver won't get out of bed. It was pretty funny seeing him all curled up in a cocoon. Very relatable as well. Yvette, I can see emotions because she's trying to see if Graber likes Waver. I should stop saying Graber because it's making Waver even hard to say. But I'm going to keep doing it because it's a meme. But then Waver gets up and he's like, "I don't want to talk to you, you little pink. Get lost." He's not that harsh, but that's basically what he was saying. Then Cal shows up and is like, "Haha, here's a letter," and it's a letter from the bloke who took the thing, the invitee, inviter. He's the invitee, Yeah, the person who invited him onto the train, basically. Basically says, head to the cargo bay at twilight. I guess they'll meet there. Then Olga Marie shows up. It's like, I want to talk to you about the Holy Grail War, and it's like, all right, that's maybe stop bringing up the Holy Grail. I guess it's not a big deal though in the grand scheme of things of like the clock tower and everything. The Holy Grail War is like a little microcosm. That's what I remember anyway. So they think he's on the train. This is Olga Marie and her assistant think he's on the train to get some Holy Grail eyes, some Mystic eyes for the next Holy Grail War. And she wants, I've got to check my notes, bloody hell. She wants rainbow Mystic eyes, which are the strongest or the rarest Mystic eyes. And the assistant has premonition eyes because she saw a vision of the rainbow eyes. That's how they know to be there. And also, Grey needs to puke because it's a train. I can't say I have that. Occasionally, when I'm sat backwards, like when I'm faced that way and the train's going that way, then I might puke, or not puke, but I might get a bit travel sick. I hate travel sickness. It's a thing that is not good. I can confirm. And then basically Olga Marie is like, help us win the rainbow eyes by bidding up to dissuade the other mages from bidding, and then we'll grab it at the end. I think that's what they were saying. They also brought up the possibility there'd be more than one rainbow eyes, and then she was like, that won't happen, so it's going to happen. But yeah, we got like their ploy, and then there's going to be more ploys. Ploys everywhere. So yeah, Grey's sick. She's just sitting like, oh my god, how did I get here? You know when you're sick and you're like, Jesus Christ, I'm regretting every decision I've ever made. The church guy shows up and to be like, you're right there, Missy. But then he goes to give her an apple, and then he sees her face, and it shows him a vision of Saber, King Arthur, Saber. Everyone, when I say Saber, it's King Arthur. There, I'll say it now so I can say Saber. He had eye powers too. He had like past seeing. He sees into the past with his eyes or something. Everybody's got crazy eyes. That's basically where we're at. He then reassures her that he's like, hey, by the way, Lord El-Melloi thinks you're necessary. Like is that a compliment? That we'll take it as a compliment. Then back to old Waver. The assistant, this is Olga Marie's assistant, asks him about what changed him in the Holy Grail War and everything. Then she says that they have a bit of back and forth on that. I'm not going through everything they said. She says that Iskandar wouldn't remember him if he got summoned again. And I'm just thinking, like, is that how that works? Because Saber remembered Fate Zero. Is that an off? Is that an outlier? Is that like a one-off? Do they generally forget? That seems a bit weird. Why would they forget? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. I was really confused because I was like, is she just wrong, or was Saber like a, an anomaly? Let me know if you know the answer because I have no clue. What happens next? Jesus. She then warns him about buying Mystic Eyes, says something like, hey, if you're going to have Mystic Eyes, you've got to be prepared for it or whatever, and she goes through this thing, and he's like, I'll keep that in mind. So he's not going to buy any. I can't imagine him with weird eyes. But then the train parks for a rest, go get refreshments, go to the thing has toilets and refreshments. Fresh air, there we go. You can open a window, but proper fresh air. So then Waver asks Grace, like, hey, did you hear something about me in the Holy Grail War? And she's like, well, no, I didn't, I promise. And then basically the gist of it is he really wants to see Iskandar again, like real bad, to confirm something. And then she's about to give him the present, and they hear a scream, and it's Olga Marie, and the assistant is dead, or at very least has got her eyes carved out because there was blood near her head. So my guess is she's going to be dead and her eyes are going to be carved out. And everybody, like all the important characters, rush into the scene at the end. It's like, okay, so it was one of them. I have no idea who it could be. My gut's telling me it's the glasses girl, lady, woman. She's older than a girl. The one with the really big lips. I don't know how to describe her. She had like toilet paper power. Yeah, her. I think it might be her or maybe the church guy, but I'm leaning towards her. I think that the pink girl's emotion reading eye is going to come into play in the investigation somehow, just because they introduced it, and like, why would you introduce it if you weren't going to use it for something? I'm really curious to see what happens. Maybe her eyes, right, the ones that got taken, maybe they're the rainbow eyes that are going for sale. So they steal the eyes and then put them on for sale later in the night. Just an idea. Just an idea. I'm not too sure though. But yeah, really enjoyed this episode. Loved seeing all the characters. This is the closest thing I think we've got to a big old crossover between all of the different series. Like, again, I know it's not really because they all exist anyway, but it kind of is, you know. But yeah, it's just I just really enjoy it. I'm curious to see where all the plot threads link, and honestly, already I would be like, if they announced the season 2 at the end of this, I'll be like, yes, I'm into that. I don't know how much, you know, actual light novel they've got, like how much has been written. I think it's finished. I don't know, but I'll look it up after this. Actually, I think that's what I'll do. Genuinely curious to see what happens. Obviously, we know Waver's not going to get into the Grail War, but I'm curious to see like his reaction, how he is going to deal with that. I don't think that's going to happen in this series, but yeah, I'm curious to see what happens. Yeah, let's just go with that. Well, anyway, that'll do it for this review. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing and stuff. There's a million other reviews on the channel because there's a lot of anime. There's a lot. Let me know what you thought about the episode and everything. I will see you next week for another episode. And bye, guys.